The Batman Part 2 is like 2 years away, which by the time this movie comes out, I'm gonna be like a full blown adult and I'm gonna be in freaking college or whatever. And when the first one came out, I was in freaking middle school. Well, like, that's a long time for a second movie to come out. But anyways, but at least we had the Penguin, which I mean I still haven't seen, but I heard it's really good, and I do plan to watch it. I just haven't had time, but still, I really want to watch it. But yeah, I mean, but sadly though, I got spoiled on everything that happened. So I mean, yeah, there's that. But since the Batman is over 2 years ago, I mean, since the Batman, actually, yeah, the Batman was over 2 years ago, and then new one comes out in 2 years, and we just had the Penguin. I just want to talk about like my predictions and like what I want to happen in the Batman Part 2, like the villains, the storylines I could do. So yeah, I thought it was just kind of fun and like see if I'm right or wrong in 2 years and see what I get right or wrong in 2 years. So yeah.
You want what he's having? No. That's what I thought. Justice for Gotham.
Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is Robin. I really want a Robin in the second one. I really think a Robin would be really cool in this universe, but I don't think it's gonna happen, as the James Gunn universe is gonna have a Robin in that movie, and I think Matt Reeves said like he doesn't want a Robin. I don't know what he said about Robin, but I don't think he wants a Robin in his universe. I know Robert Pattinson does, but I don't think Matt Reeves wants one. So yeah, as much as I would love to see Robin in the universe, as much as I would love to see Robin, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, sadly, we're gonna have to wait till like Damian Wayne and the new whatever James Gunn Batman movie that is. So I mean, yeah, whenever that comes out. But yeah, Robin, I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit more on that. So as much as I want to see one.
You think they deserved it, huh? You think they deserved it?
Next, it's gonna be Bruce Wayne, and now I really hope there's like a growth in Bruce Wayne in this movie. Like in the first movie, I get why he was like acting the way he was acting as Bruce Wayne. I know a lot of people didn't like that in the movie. I actually really like that, but I think for the second movie, you do have to do that traditional Bruce Wayne, or at least this Batman has to start doing that at least a little bit. You know, like as much as I do love this version of Batman, there's a lot of growth this character needs to go through. And yeah, I really want to see like a traditional Bruce Wayne. Also, more Alfred. I want more Alfred. He barely had any screen time in the first one, so I need him to like get a fight scene. I need him to like be like the second main character. I need him to get like an epic origin story in the movie. So yeah. Anyways, more Gordon too. More background on him. Like maybe he has a daughter, he has a wife, maybe a Barbara Gordon or something. You know, that would be pretty cool to see. Oh yeah, stuff like that. I just want to know more about these characters, like Gordon, Batman, and Alfred. Just get a little bit more of them and get to know them a little bit more. One thing I forgot to say about the characters that I also want to see grow. I would love to see Riddler in this second movie. One thing I was kind of disappointed in the Batman is the fact that the Riddler was not the Riddler. In terms of like he didn't have the suit and he didn't have the top hat and all that. He was just some guy in a mask. And I would love to see another version, or like another sequel where he does more Riddler things and he's like a full-on Riddler, which is something that Matt Reeves to say about his franchise. It's the fact that these characters are just starting out. This is Penguin before he became the Penguin, and we just got a whole show about Penguin finally becoming the Penguin. And then maybe I would love to see a Riddler show about Riddler becoming the Riddler, like full-on Riddler. And this is Batman starting off as just Batman, like 2 years in. Catwoman before she became Catwoman, she doesn't even have a full suit on. And all that, and Commissioner Gordon before he's Commissioner Gordon. So like this franchise is kind of a little bit like an origin story of these characters and how they eventually become who they become. So yeah, I mean, still, I would love to see Riddler in this movie, and yeah, that'll be cool.
Death is called Batman.
Next topic is like who's gonna be the villain. I don't know exactly who's gonna be a villain. I think for my prediction, I'm gonna say it's gonna be either the Court of Owls or Mr. Freeze. I think it's either one of them two. I think Mr. Freeze is because the movie will be set in the winter. And who's the Batman villain that's winter team? Mr. Freeze, obviously. I would love a Mr. Freeze, honestly. I think Mr. Freeze is to that point where he's not too fantastical, but he could work in this universe. But the thing is, if you don't see Mr. Freeze with a gun or a suit, then I don't want him. If he's just like some guy who kills people, like we'll put him in the freezers or something, and that's why they call him Mr. Freeze, that would be the lamest thing of all time. I do not want that. I want an actual Mr. Freeze. I think Mr. Freeze is one that actually could work a little bit in this running universe, but only if you do him like still, like he still is Mr. Freeze. He's not like just some guy who has the name and that's it. But yeah, or second, the Court of Owls. I think I would also love to see the Court of Owls. The only problem I have with that is like, how do you do the Court of Owls exactly? Because like, this is gonna be the first time that if they do the Court of Owls, this is gonna be the first time in film that they're gonna do the Court of Owls. But the thing about that is like, how do you do? Like, it's like Batman's not fighting a person; he's fighting a whole organization. Like, how do you do that? How do you do that in like a 2.5, 3 hour movie? Like, how do you do that exactly? I don't know. Maybe like Matt Reeves did say this movie. Matt Reeves did say this movie's another mystery film. So the Court of Owls could be like the thing that Bruce is trying to find out or something. So actually, yeah, maybe the Court of Owls could work in terms of a mystery. The thing is like, are they gonna be defeated in this movie? I don't know. But like, I don't know. Like, then who's the villain of part 3 if Court of Owls get defeated? Which part 3 could be the Joker? Which he shouldn't be in this one. He should not be. He could have a cameo, but definitely not the villain. I think Joker should definitely be like the final villain this Batman faces, because he already put him in jail, and having him be the final villain that he faces up in the final like film in this franchise, that would be kind of nice to see. But yeah, another one I would love to see is Scarecrow. I love Scarecrow. I think Scarecrow would be dope as heck. Or Bane or Deathstroke, which I mean, we're not gonna get those two because they're already gonna be in James Gunn universe. But I think a Scarecrow, that would be amazing. But yeah, or like an Arkham Knight style Batman movie with Scarecrow behind by Scarecrow being like a villain, like in Arkham Knight. That would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. But yeah, in terms of villains, I either want Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, or Court of Owls, and I think it's either gonna be one of those three. Quickly, one thing I forgot to say about the villains is Penguin. Now, Penguin's only gonna have like 3, 5, 6 scenes in the Batman Part 2, but apparently the Penguin show really did make him like an all-time great Batman villain. So somehow they decide to make Penguin the big bad of this trilogy of Batman films. I wouldn't mind, as Penguin is not really a character that gets used a lot, and all the times that he does get used, he's never really a big threat. He's like just this random, he's just there and Batman just takes him out quickly. So having Penguin being this guy who we meet in the first movie as being this kind of like second hand to Carmine, and then we see him like the show, then the second and the third, and he's like the big boss. That would be pretty cool. But hey, let's let them cook, you know, let Matt Reeves cook, let them cook. And my next like prediction or wish list for Batman Part 2 is gonna be the equipment and the tech. I do think the Batman's tech will grow, and I think in the second movie we're definitely gonna see like way more advanced tech, and we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff. Or I just wanted to see a lot of cool stuff now. Like the first one had some cool stuff, but like we didn't really see any batterings or stuff like that. Like I would love the second one if he has like batterings, explosive batterings, freeze batterings. I don't know, maybe that's a bit too fantastical, but like all of that's just technology, so like it's not that far out there. So yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool. At least explosive. Give me at least some explosive batterings. If you can give me that, I'll be fine with that. And no more batteries, which this Batman doesn't even have one. I think he only had like the chest, but we didn't see like an actual battering. Which come on, bro. This Batman needs some batteries. And the Batmobile could get an improvement, but I really like this Batmobile, so I wouldn't mind if it stays the same. And the suit, if we get a new suit, I wouldn't mind it either. But I mean, I still like the suit, so I wouldn't mind if we get another suit, but I wouldn't mind if we don't either. So yeah, and the fight scene. I think the fight scenes, they need to be a bit cooler. Like I love the fight scenes in the first movie, but I feel like what is missing is just missing that Batman spectacle. And they feel in the movie, they feel more, I don't know how to say. They don't feel Batman style. They feel more like Daredevil. They don't like from there. It feels like something out of the Daredevil show more than Batman. So I would love to see like an actual like, maybe Batman like using like taking guys out in the shadows and using the darkness and all that thing. Batman doing Batman stuff, you know. And I still love the first movie, but I would have loved and hope the second one has more of that Batman action style. So yeah, and more gliding. So yeah, let's go. And now in my terms of like predictions and wish list I want for the Batman Part 2. It was a short video, but hey, thank you for watching it. Goodbye.
Let me see a combo though. Ooh. Us. Fuck, I ain't shit.